Hospice is Hope. I want to start by telling you a story. It's about a 22-year-old woman who was pregnant with her second child, married, and had a 2-year-old. Unfortunately, while she was pregnant, they found that she had stage 4 breast cancer. She was given two options. The first option was that she could have an abortion and then have aggressive treatment, or she could wait until she was about 7 months pregnant, have her labor induced, have a viable baby, and then start treatment. Well, that was the option that she chose. She was a mom. So they took the baby, she started chemotherapy, and unfortunately it made her really, really sick. And she only lasted 7 months. And those 7 months were excruciating. She wasn't able to care for her baby, to bond with it, to play with her 2-year-old daughter, or have any quality of life with her husband and family. She died only 7 months later. 7 months. What they didn't tell her was the third option, and the third option was she could do nothing. She could have the baby, and she could have palliative care and have quality of life with her husband and her family. And the prognosis with chemotherapy, even though it didn't work that way for her, was 12 months, and without chemotherapy was 11 months. Choosing hospice is not about giving up hope. It's choosing how you want to spend your remaining time, choosing to complete tasks, choosing to be with your family, and choosing how your journey should go. I'm here to inform you about the surprising ways hospice does provide hope and clarifying any misconceptions. I am here to empower you to choose your own journey. Hospice is empowering. Many people feel hospice is about giving up. Let's talk about hospice as exactly the opposite of giving up. Hospice can empower people in many ways if you're willing to redefine their definition of hope. Despite what the 22-year-old's care team stated, because of her age, did they really look at any other options? They wanted to fight for her. But with hospice care, it's actually been, in a study by Fine and Davis, they found that hospice patients with certain diagnoses actually on average, if they're admitted at the right time, live 28 days longer. Hope might be that you want to be there for your child to graduate from college, or to walk your daughter down the aisle for her wedding. Hospice care can ease pain and suffering during the end of life and allow the patient to make memories, not only for themselves but their families, and leave a legacy. And I doubt that anyone out there would hope for more pain and suffering. Hospice also supports the family. Hospice not only gives patients hope, but they can support and empower the family as well. Hospice has an interdisciplinary team of doctors and nurses and nursing assistants, social workers, chaplains. It's all holistic care. Hospice empowers the family. They teach them what to do, and they're on call 24 hours a day. They're never alone. Might be that the patient is having some kind of symptom out of control, or maybe the family is just, at their wits' end because they're scared and frightened. There's always someone there to listen. Hospice teaches family how doing everything and what aggressive care truly is. So families and patients can make the right decision. Hospice empowers patients to make the right choices. Hospice teaches patients about creating their own journey, deciding where they want to live. Do they want to stay at home? Do they want to go in a nursing home or an inpatient hospice unit? Do they want their puppy on their lap or their wife holding their hand instead of being hooked up to machines? And their families have to make those choices to turn them off. Hospice patients choose what treatment they want at end of life. For example, the Weill Cornell Medical College did a study and found that chemotherapy given in the last months of life could actually hasten death and cause all kinds of symptoms like we saw in our 22-year-old where she had no quality of life. Hospice care is about hope. Though this hope doesn't mean that they're going to get well, it's a hope that allows the patient and their family member to choose. Hospice is hope. Hospice gives patients hope for their future, for their loved ones, and the power to make educated decisions about their journey. Hospice empowers hope, knowledge, and courage. It reminds me of the Serenity Prayer as adapted by Paul Alexander in a song. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. God grant me the courage to do the things that I can do. And God bless me, and God grant me the wisdom to see the wisdom to know the difference. And in my humble frailty, God, please won't you grant me the serenity.